Oh, hello there, and thank you for choosing to visit Mr. Cringe's Confectionery Hotels, where you too can try the finest, sweetest, most natural chocolates grown this side of the rim. Produced by the very fair hands of master chocolatiers and this polar bear, Cringe's chocolates are known for their smooth, natural flavor and creamy finish. It's about the only creamy finish Mr. Cringe gets around these parts. I can't open it like that. No. And any rumors you might have heard regarding a dark, secret tunnel in a mountain where people are killed in elaborate games all for the purpose of profit and entertainment. No. You'd be completely wrong. But that's only because you haven't built the bloody thing yet. So that's our goal for today. I've gone through so many comments between today and yesterday's episode. And I've got to tell you, there is a darkness out there. Well, the internet is being used as a tool for evil this series, and I can't argue against it. Some of you, I feel, need great psychological help, but for the time being, I'm just going to use that for the purposes of my own betterment. So I passed a little bit of time between today and yesterday's episode so that we could get the entire tunnel dug out. I also created this very whimsical VIP area with a little pond and a crow. It even says VIP, but upside down, because obviously if you're walking in through that way, you'll be very confused. Otherwise, the readers will be wondering what the hell is Din. Now, Mr. Cringe has done a little research, and would you believe it, he uncovered this man, known only as Wonka, a strange chocolatier who had a passion for torturing children. And coincidentally, some of the suggestions from the comments yesterday were very much in line with that one. My only problem is we've got 5 rooms, and I already had 5, I think, fairly okay ideas. So what I'm probably going to do is copy this design and we'll just build more rooms throughout the mountain. We can use the retractable walls just to block off whichever ones we think would be the most fun at the time. It always is changing. So here are the ideas that I definitely want to test out today. We've got the Doot room, the clown horns on the auto turrets. We've got the gas room, which we're just going to pump Alexian gas, light it on fire, see who survives. A clown room, which was a suggestion from the comments yesterday, where we fill it with Lego and traps from the Weird Defenses mod. Then the heal root trees that slowly give anesthetic. Somebody suggested mutagun serum, which is a fantastic idea. And then in the final room, we have dart guns for any survivors so that we can take them off safely. Although by that point, they'll probably be wishing for the sweet release of death. And then with that strange Wonka character that Mr. Cringe has been very coincidentally reading about, there were some really good suggestions in that regard. So I want to recreate some of those as best we can. That's kind of a little bit of a challenge, so to speak. So, nutcracking squirrel, someone suggested. Well, that one's really easy. We just take a bunch of squirrels, put some berserk chips in their head, or we just train them in attack, right? Put them behind a wall, release them when the enemies are all in there. That'll be hilarious. Maybe give them some bionics. Then we have turning people into arrow fleets so they, and I quote, look like blueberries, which is kind of genius. Then we've got, instead of a chocolate river, again, this is all from the comment section, so you can blame them for this moral mess. Instead of a chocolate river, we have a sewage room that we drown people in. And I thought, to expand on that idea, that we could just shoot them with kind of very inaccurate dart guns, or whatever has kind of low accuracy or low range. They fall over. We have the pawns of drowning mod, so when they fall over in water, or perhaps a sewage equivalent, they start to drown. And we could literally, drown people. Again, mirrors the movie perfectly. Then we have, the only two I'm not sure about is a way to turn people into a TV, which did happen in the film, and then the drinking some sort of drink and then being pushed into a wind turbine. Not quite sure how we're going to pull that one off. The commenter did suggest the radiation mod, which I think is a pretty good idea for the TV thing. No idea how we're going to do a giant grinder that turns people into delicious meat. That's going to be, if we could then serve that in the restaurant, that would be phenomenal. But I think that one might be impossible. So let's go for those original 5 ideas. This area, again, we're going to turn into the prison, so that when we release prisoners, they have to run the gauntlet, but kind of in reverse. But, oh no. The prisoners. You are making this better by the second, my friends. Our prisoners have to run the gauntlet in reverse, but like I said, we can just raise and lower doors depending on how we want, and we'll put some byroads in to force them down to certain areas. We'll have a big control room in the middle. It'll actually be incredible if I can pull this off. That way we can use those 2 prisoners that just agreed to get married as the kind of guinea pigs for all the traps today. First things first, then, I've divided all the farms up into more manageable sections because our people have no food. A lot of cocoa bean, we haven't got a lot of anything else, and even now they're struggling to plant it all right. So this one is going to be red candy cane, this one's green candy cane, this one's blue candy cane, we got some white chocolate trees. It's all very on-brand stuff, Then we got cocoa. All of this top section is going to be cocoa, but a bit more subdivided, so if we need to make more food or whatever, we can do that. And then I'm thinking we built the whole thing out of kind of whimsical candy blocks, but whether that is candy cane or chocolate or whatever else. So, oh! Right on cue, chocolate compounding. Oh! Double on cue. Wait, did we have that at the end of yesterday? I don't remember. Statue base. Oh my god, we have giant statues of Wonka watching. Sorry, Cringe. Damn it. The facade is slipping. The Wondrous Cane is fantastic. Candy generate, chocolate generate. Of course, we already have that one. Cringe's Wondrous Workbench. And a lot with bone refining, we get chem fuel to, I assume, we can use like a chocolate type chem fuel to fuel the machines with. That sounds incredible. I think I've got to go with this one. It's the beginning of everything wonderful. While we're testing it on the prisoners, we'll just build it out of any old shit. We don't have to worry about the decorations or anything, right? Let's throw down a control center then, right in the middle, some sort of employee-only area. You know what? I might want to actually build more rooms over here, though. Like, we have the control center. Maybe, like, back up here, because this is going to be the way into the prison, and that's the way out. So why don't we turn this bit here into just another building? Give it a bit more armor. Last thing we want is them digging out through here, because it's going to be kind of expensive to replace. And let's throw down a bunch of levers and everything. Long last, a raid from the moderators. So raids were a little bit broken. I had to do some changes behind the scenes just to get those working again. So as part of those changes, I've increased the difficulty, so we're going to get enough raiders to go through the gauntlet, or whatever we end up calling this thing when it is built. But so that we've actually got time to build it and do all of the other vanity projects we've got planned this time around, I have put us on Phoebe. So we'll get raids a little less frequently, but they'll hit a little harder, and then it'll be all the better when we see them melt horribly. Also, I'm not entirely sure where Sprinkles' gun has ended up. It's completely disappeared. You know the really good dart launcher? They've lit fire to my extremely flammable hotel. Oh, you little fucker. We're gonna have to go out there. Although, apparently they just shattered that man's pelvis like it was nothing. Okay, get out there, get out there, get out there. Sprinkles! Stop putting on the friggin' shield belt, my man. Why? What? Oh, he doesn't have the Grouper Looper outfit. Well, that's even more confusing. There you go. Right, let's get out there. Let's stop this whole place burning down. Get him, Laffy. Apple pie. Blown to pieces. Oh my god, did Laffy just take one in the eye? He just hacked out Laffy's eye. No, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Just deal with the fires, you fool. I'm going to set them to ignore before the bloody hotel burns down. Unreal. Right, go. Go, go, go. Save the hotel. What are you doing? Don't ignore me. I just told them to put out a very specific fire and they turned around. You people, if this burns down, I'm... Oh! Go, 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 go. We may only lose a single room. Okay. We lost a little bit of furniture, not too bad. Laffy is down. Well, to be fair, his eye was gouged out. Sort of... gouged out. That's a little strange. Oh, don't you die me, Laffy. God damn, we need someone to take out this whole mountain. There you go, there you go, there you go. I'm about to say something very controversial. I think we might need better weapons than hilarious, comical clown weapons, two of which shoot fire. I think that's a good idea. The clown horn, though. That you will have to pry from my cold, dead hands. There probably will be cold, dead hands because we have no weapons to defend ourselves. Sprinkles, why have you taken off all of your clothes? Grouper outfit. We have spare grouper outfits. What? What is wrong with this man? It's overalls and jumpsuits. Oh, we don't have a spare grouper outfit. All right. Yeah, she were naked Sprinkles. What's going on there? Am I actually going insane right now? They're not buying my things for anything? Trader has insufficient silver to cover this. Brother? I mean, I won't lie to you. Of all the bugs we've had in this mod pack so far, Trader's being broken is a pretty fucking massive one when I'm trying to build a goddamn chocolate factory to pay off my debt. Well, apparently it wasn't the UI mod causing it. Does that mean I can buy everything from every trade ship for free? Because that does seem a tad bit unbalanced. Huh. Or all trading is broken. Yeah, I was a little confusing. Oh! No! We can't keep Fat Jory tamed because our bloody tamer died. Oh my god, it's like the Terminator. Fat Jory versus you die. Our colony pets, our mascots, have gone nuts. What a goddamn showdown. What a showdown. Who's gonna win though? Oh! you die has consumed Fat Jory. Oh, hang on. Fat Jory was the one that was tamed. You die is the one that's gone independent. Ah, shit. I was rooting for the wrong Joris. Well, that's good. I'm really glad we're keeping those around as the colony pets in our theme park. Ah, there we go. Good as new. I've got to give a shout out to Sandwich on Discord for finding this one out. Turns out the everything has quality mod adds quality to everything. Strangely enough. And it turns out that under the bracket of everything is silver. And it turns out if silver has the quality, it makes the game do very strange things when it comes to price. So I had to disable that for now. Even disabling in the resource category and the mod settings didn't work. So unfortunately, that does mean that chocolate now just has a default standard Rimworld level. No more masterpieces, no more legendary, no more awful. But I think there is a good reason for that at this point in time. We're about to start the factory side of things. You know, the factory side of Mr. Cringe's chocolate factory. So, I mean, every product is going to be identical from here on out, right? Because it's made by a machine. But more importantly, perhaps, I would argue every bar of chocolate that comes out of this quality, even if it doesn't say so, is a masterwork. Because it's being made by Mr. Cringe himself. Thank you. Thank you. Please clap. Now I'll buy Pandora's box. More importantly, though, right? You don't want to buy like a masterwork bar of chocolate at a reduced price from the hotel, then come back next week and buy another bar and it's shit. Because it just happens to only have awful quality left. That'd be a horrible experience. I was also thinking, bear in mind, we can sell all of this for quite a substantial amount of silver. No one's ever going to be able to afford that. But if we buy war bonds, amongst the factions that hate us horribly, if we buy war bonds, those will not only pay dividends, but they'll also, I mean, we could just resell them in the future if we want to, but we'll make money from that anyway. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to convert chocolate to war bonds. The Nestle way. So I've done a little bit of management here so we can let the base run itself in the background without having to worry about it so that we can focus on the important things. Torturing people in the most comical manner possible. So obviously not only are these two now in the new holding cell, which we'll be using for the gauntlet going forwards, I made it very luxurious to help get them into a false sense of security, but I also realized we don't even have to set them to release. We can just open the door and they'll try and escape on their own, which I think will be a lot more funny. I've set up the gas grid and then I've also diverted a very, very long gas line up to 4 gas lamps here, so we're not using 10,000 watts worth of power just to grow some bloody strawberries. That should hopefully keep the desserts going while we pay attention to more important things. And then I built a very, very budget bedroom because I was sick of pop-up saying that guests can't claim beds. So all of these beds cost like 10 silver. The ones in these rooms cost nothing. They're completely free. That way when they're here, they can spend whatever silver they've got left on chocolate. Or can they? Have we run out of chocolate? I mean, I did sell it all, but have we not made any more? Are we out of cocoa bean? I don't believe you. Is this good or is this bad? I mean, that's pretty impressive that we managed to process that much raw cocoa. We've got another 40,000 just sitting around not doing anything. Holy shit. I'm actually kind of shocked. That seems a little ridiculous. But we're like all in Kill Tunnel now. We need a good name for it. We need a much better name for it. Oh, 58 sapphires. Thank you. Sorry. We need a good, decent name for the Kill Gauntlet. Something marketable, something fun, something whimsical. That's the aim of the game here. First things first, the control room. So let's throw down, if I can find wherever they're kept. Here we go. So we need door levers for every single door. We plan on needing to remotely open, right? So every chamber, so we need one across here, one across this bit here, because we don't want the prisoners just run out there, right? So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't need one on this area, to be honest. I guess we could. No, we wouldn't need it. We're going to need a minimum of 6. And then, of course, if we expand out rooms, we'll need that. So why don't we try and correlate it on the walls to where they are on the map? So what I mean by that is then we'll have that correlating to the first chamber down here. That can go to the second one, and then we'll build up this wall to show the other doors that's going to trigger. That way it's kind of a map of what triggers which one. Or we could, I guess, just label them, because I'm pretty sure we can do that, right? We can rename anything. Okay, fair enough. That makes way more sense. Mr. Cringe, you idiot. Have you never built a murder tunnel before? What a fool. What a fool you are. How could you be so naive? Should we turn into a proper little office? Somewhere where he can observe the murder games in a kind of sensible way. Give him a little desk, give him a little IKEA chair there. And then we'll throw down a TV for him to obviously watch what's happening on. Maybe a little microphone so that he can announce to the guests as they walk through. Oh, that's quite fun. That's pretty messed up. I like that one. And a radio as well. Because he's one of those kind of horribly comical villains that listen to classical music as people get horribly murdered. Turns out if you have a tool equipped that they swap to when they build and also have one of the clown weapons, they will occasionally just honk as they work. I've got a problem with that. So 1 or 2 doots later, the office is finished. So I think the way this works is we select the door that we want. We connect it to a button or lever. So we'll just pick this one here. That will connect that one up like that. Let's bring Cringe himself down here. Then if we just go ahead and rename that to prison door lever. If we say use it, make the way over to activate. Oh, so that's just essentially flicking a switch. So if we toggle that, someone will just head over and give it a go. But I assume we can just pull it manually. We absolutely can. Look at that. And that will open it. Because that's a lever that will remain open until... Look, it's working. They're escaping immediately. Then all we've got to do is pull it closed again. Oh. Oh, there was a glimmer of hope. Snatched away. Look at him rocking in contentment. Oh, even that felt good. So let's take this one. This is going to be the quote-unquote victory room, which we're going to fill with tranquilizer darts. So let's go ahead and hook that one up. We'll call that victory room. There you go. So prison door, victory room. I should probably call it victory room lever. You got to have standards, okay? You can't just be calling things the wrong names. You got to keep things consistent and fine. There's a tight business we're running here. Any of the other doors? We haven't built any of the other doors. Brilliant. Oh, what, Laffy? What the hell are you playing at, big man? We need that steel. Oh, to be fair, when I was digging this place out, I noticed that there were... Yeah, so we've got compacted machinery. We did get a little bit where we were digging it out. There was steel somewhere. Oh, I'd have to fill it all back in again, but it might be slightly quicker, eh? You know what? This is already an insect death trap. Let's throw down some lights. We have the insects cannot spawn in darkness mod for fairly obvious reasons. Otherwise, it would ruin just about everything I'm doing right now. But that should be everything all hooked up. Let's give it a quick test. So lever number one. Lever number one. There we go. Prison doors open. Prison doors closed. Very nice. Victory room. In air quotes, because no one wins here. Nobody but me, anyway. We got the crossroad lever there, where we can divert them on a particular way. It's obviously just to stop the prisoners going up to the victory room. So that's room 5 lever works, and then we got room 4. So that's room 4 there. Yeah, okay, all good. Room 3. What the hell are we gonna fill these with? Room 2. Excellent. There you go. So that's the gap between 2 and 1. And that is, again, just to stop them retreating. There is no escape. Oh, and then room 1. Right, room 1 I haven't hooked up yet. Right, so here we go. I thought it'd be good to add that there in case they do, again, just kind of turn around and completely run away. So room 1 entrance lever. There we go. And then a couple spare, just in case we wanted to... kind of retractable walls with turrets in or something like that. Again, the gas room, we open a door up behind that to an incendiary turret or something like that. Good to have a couple of backups anyway, and we can fill the rest of this place up. Okay, I like it. I've added a little sinister gumball machine there too, just to, you know, inject a little personality into the place. And by this point, we've actually had a harvest of candy cane too. Although I think the grin and the blues died off. How much have we got? 680. Oh, that might not be enough, but that's going to hopefully line the walls of the whole thing to give it that friendly but hideously sinister vibe. So that's what we're... Hey! You can't park there! What sort of frigging clown was flying this? What is that? Drow meat. Oh. Okay. Delicious grape must. Bloodcrete heavy plate helmet. I think we found Sprinkle's next look. We can build candy floors, but I'm not actually sure we can build candy walls. That's a higher tier of research. Research tree's broken. Higher tier of research? Candy wall? Candy cane wall? No. Okay. I mean, that's fine if we're just using it for the floors, because I think that'll still work pretty nicely anyway. Oh. I'm terribly attentive, you see. So it's just a red-coloured wall. Oh, in that case, we'll just take a regular wall and paint it red rather than build it out of a specialised resource. Because it's not as if we can paint a floor to look like this, right? So why don't we have that, a nice solid candy colour. Have each room be a different color? That could be nice. Could be nice. I quite like that. Okay, I've got that here. So we've got red, blue, and then green, then tempered chocolate to stick to the theme, and then how about, to finish it all off, piles and piles of bones. Get really sinister and psychological with the last bit, and then you know what, to really add to that, let's not even floor the last bit. Leave it blank. Oh, look at that for a side effect. We've allied with the commentocracy because they enjoyed their stay in the hotel that much. I mean, I'll take that. That's pretty massive. It may be a little redundant, given that we're simultaneously winning the hearts and minds over of the people as we build a torture chamber. Must be so unnerving for those poor prisoners just hearing ominous clown honking from the next room. Now, I've never used these before as a weapon, so I have no idea how to do this, but we have 6 gas vents, all of which cover that room pretty damn well, I think. And then it says in the description we need a gas valve installed on the same network to limit the flow of gas, which we absolutely do. So I just flick this valve on, right? And then, what does it do? Flood it with gas? No. Gas turned off. Gas turned off? Is it though? I mean, to be fair, this is one of the final things to test, because it's not as if we're going to be able to test that on the prisoners multiple times. This is meant to be, you know, the one that will really thin out any potential survivors. What I want to test here then is weapons mounted to turrets. So that is these things here. There we go. Oh shit, they're huge. There you go. So we can connect multiple doors to the same lever. So when they're in there, we just flip that, all 4 doors come up, and then the turrets are activated. So I think, first things first, we need to test the doots. Now, somebody said the doots might not do anything, but given that we've only got... how do we do that? Do we maybe equip it, do you think, and then load it on? Install berries. No, I won't be doing that. Install auto pistol. Oh, you've got to go through every weapon in your bloody colony? Right, see, that's not going to work, because berries count as weapons. We can install berries on a turret. Oh my god, for the opening room, that would be funny as hell. They walk in, they immediately get pelted in the face by fruit. This first room's going to be the clown room. I couldn't think of anything more perfect. Oh my god. I don't know about the chickpeas being awful. I'll tell you what's more awful. This. Clown flower. Are we getting closer? Yep. There's got to be a better way to do this, surely. My god, repeating horn. There we go. There we go. And then what about... And then I have to start from the beginning again. Oh, God. This is a test, remember? Those are supposed to have incendiary launchers on it, but I don't know how the gas works right now, so I'll figure that out between episodes. Let's work on the clown room, because this one's going to be the most thematic of them all. There's a chance for them to take damage, but mainly it's just to... You know, just to kind of add a little bit of insult to injury, you know, make them think, oh, this is still a fun place a little bit, but start catching them off guard. Like I said, this isn't just about killing them or dealing a lot of damage. It's about the psychological aspect. Oh. You can, unlike regular Rimworld traps, you can plan these out adjacent, so we can force them to walk over Lego. This is already the most criminal series we've ever done. I've no idea what a surprise in a box is, but apparently we have the ingredients for it. God knows where we got that from. I bet it was the clown war bond, which makes perfect sense when I say it out loud. It does say, however, view IEDs, which gives me a bloody good indication to what it might be. Here's an idea. What if we find a way? I mean, the remote doors will probably do it right, but I'm pretty sure there are retractable walls as well in this mod. You press a button, a wall pops up. What if we had those scattered throughout this room that we have connected up to a bunch of levers? Mr. Cringe can stand there like a madman pulling them at random. We just queue up a bunch of orders. He pulls these walls. That'll probably force them to walk over the dangerous Lego, the hilarious banana peels, maybe even into the explosive whatever the hell this is. Maybe I shouldn't build that. That's going to be a lot of rebuilding when that thing goes off. Ah, there we go. Installed. Repeating horn awful. Yes. Yeah, they really are, aren't they? Sorry to wake you up, Mr. Cringe, but this, I feel, is worth a go. Let's make sure everything is nicely locked down. We've got to make sure that they have a way out. So all of the doors need to be open. Then we need to slam shut door... What door is this one? This one here. Room 5 entrance lever when they go through. Right? So we open this one up. They go through. Do they go through? Have I shut one of the doors? Open... Open, open, open. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. You can go now. There's freedom out there. Maybe I'm going mad. Maybe there is a door locked. Hang on. Yeah, you can quite literally just walk out the front door. Are they lulling us into a false sense of security? What the hell's going on here? Nope. They won't leave. Get out. Piss off. That worked a minute ago, right? I'm not going mad. Okay, well, that's fine. That's a little annoying, but that's not a big deal. I can just say, prisoner, and then release. And then hopefully he'll just like release her on the spot. That door's quite clearly locked. Cringe. Come on. Why is she not walking away? I'm very confused. Okay. Lock that back up. Unlock it. That's locked. Well, I don't know why it's not working anymore. I'm very disappointed by that. I wonder if it's because of the Lego. I wonder if it counts as blocking their path or something like that. Okay, well, let's lock the prison back up for now and try removing those. I mean, not much else has changed besides that other than actually putting some turrets there and slapping a coat of paint on the place. We'll get it. We'll get it. Might just take a while. How about now? Nope. Wow, what the hell has changed? What are you talking about? So I tried uninstalling all the traps and that didn't do anything. I flicked every single lever to make sure the doors weren't kind of trapped in some weird midpoint. That also didn't change anything. I removed the prisoner should fear turrets mod just in case they really didn't want to escape so they weren't blasted by the clown horn. That didn't change anything either. I'm not entirely sure what else has changed about this other than painting it a funny color. Well, they just don't want to escape anymore. So we're just going to assume that... Oh, Lord. We're just going to assume I've broken the spirit of these two, which is fine. I mean, I could always anesthetize them, carry them to here, build a door, lock a door, and let them walk back to the prison. That'd be quite good. I mean, this bit was always just for capturing people after they survived. If they survive. So we'll just have to wait for the next raid to turn up to test it, and that's exactly what it's here for anyway, so it's not a big deal, right? And no harm in that. So we've got the clown room. We need those removable walls so that we can flick switches like a madman and make them walk onto the plugs and whatnot. Then this room, or maybe green room, we can make the heal root room. That would also double up in, let me save a little bit of green candy cane, because we really don't have much of that one at all. Heal root tree is an 800-point research, right? We still got to crack it out then. Recurve bow. That's fine. I've always wanted one of those, actually, and to be honest, it's probably the best thing we could bloody craft right now for these people. Got any spare guns? Well, tear gas launcher, but that was intended for the... That was intended for the map. Oh, light SMG. I'll take it. Better than nothing. Oh, what a horrible sight. There's nothing sadder than a dead clown in a tree. Hello there, little exploitive natives. Let's see if they actually go through. What are you doing? Just gonna kind of stand there for a while, huh? Okay, we need to make sure our people are in this area. They need to be reachable on foot and unobstructed. Which I think they are. No, we'd have to pull the lever here. Which one's that one? That's victory room. Here, come open this up for us. Oh, Dr. Hunk's giving up. That's fine. And then let's pull the lever on the prison. They just are not interested in leaving. Okay. Now we get to see the clown room in action. In theory. And if they don't go through there and decide to bash down the walls instead, it means that there's something wrong with the pathfinding somewhere else. Maybe some of the doors are stuck. They look as if they're open, but they're not really, or something like that. Oh, there you go, there you go. That's looking good. Oh, that's looking very, very good indeed. We should probably have a door here that, like, slams behind them. Traps them in. But here we go. Okay, they come up to the first room. The clown room. And the clown room is so called this because it was designed by a clown. He stepped on a plug, the fool. That's the most leaked. He died to it. That's true, I've seen that happen to people. What's going on with the turrets, though? They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything at all. Oh my god, they are actually getting fucking annihilated by this room. 2 people have managed to get through, though. The turrets just aren't working. Why is that? Why aren't they working? Am I a fool? Manable weapon? Oh! Why aren't they working, he says. Yeah, I freaking wonder. Right, okay, so that's obviously a future research we need to worry about. Alright, fine. Mr. Cringe, close room 1. There is no escape. They've already bypassed room 2 and room 3 for fairly obvious reasons, but room 4, I think is... Oh, it's still not going to be any problem at all because it's a manable turret. I've really balls this one up, haven't I? I really have done a significant fucky wucky. We could try the gas. I mean, I still don't think it's going to work, but I'll give it a go. Why not? Here we go. A little bit of gas. Hooray! Gas still off. I put it the wrong way around. What have I done wrong here? Surely that shows where the gas is going to come from, right? But then on the back, there is a kind of... almost what I can only describe as a plumbing hole. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what you call that. Some sort of gas cloaca. Well, now we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. As in the, you know, where you're supposed to fight raids. With a clown horn. Laffy is going to go on jailbreak. I mean, it's not a big deal. How is he going to do that? He decided against it by the looks of it. And instead he's going to go and eat their food. I told you, Laffy, they don't want freedom. Their spirit was broken. I mean, to be fair, as far as kill boxes go, that was fairly effective. I mean, that was actually very good. Because they couldn't leave. Wow. Okay, so it turns out this room is way, way, way more lethal than I anticipated. What we should do, maybe instead of having just a gas room, is we have it so that if a particular group, like those other people, run ahead and leave the others behind, we should seal the doors and kill anyone who's in there. And then follow the people who have moved on. That could be quite good. I'm impressed. I'm way more impressed with this room than I thought. I didn't expect them to throw themselves so willingly onto, honestly, the biggest war crime of all, a UK plug. I mean, those things are lethal when you step on them. It's a wonder the whole raid wasn't wiped out there and then. The turrets, well, I'm big enough to admit it. I made a bit of a foible there. If only I could read, then maybe perhaps I would have learnt those were man turrets. We're going to do some research into manless turrets. That's a top priority. Those were loaded up with berries, though, so those give me the berry flingers. I don't know how much damage a berry does. Real question is, can you load that up with reinforced weapons? Could we fling a berry so hard automatically that we kill a person in our clown room? That's a pretty clownish way to die. Okay. Could we... I don't know how this aspect of Pawn Morpher works. This room is blue, right? The green room is going to get the trees. The red room is getting the blood from stepping on one of those lethal plugs. This room could be for the blueberry room, right? So we put the Pawn Morpher guns. I don't know if you attune them to blueberries or whatever. I've never used this particular aspect before. Only shot them with the guns to mutate them randomly, never targeted. Can we shoot them with a gun and mutate them into aero fleets from a distance? More importantly, can we do that automatically? What would make far more sense is to turn them into squirrels and then use those squirrels to fund future rooms. That would also work quite well. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the incredible kill chamber I anticipated having at the end of this episode. Didn't have enough resources for something, missing a lot of research for others, but when we've got all of that ticked off, I think this is going to be a creative endeavor. I want to make the rooms a little less kind of standardized, you know, different shapes, weird designs, that type of thing too. That'd be quite nice. Why is Sprinkles down? Sprinkles, what's going on here? Major food poisoning. I genuinely thought the gas vent started working then. It gave me so much hope. Here's the next question. Do you want me to come back to this with like a plan, like finished rooms and get things going? Or do you want to see me kind of fumble through it, for lack of a better word? Make the mistakes, do the testing, figure things out with some mad science. Because I'm happy to go away and plan out some rooms if that would be, maybe a little less frustrating to watch. I don't know. Either way, what a glorious day for Mr. Cringe, though. We made some financial investments. We've made some catharsis investments with a massive torture chamber. I don't know why the prisoners didn't leave either. That was very bizarre. Profits are through the roof. And one day, maybe we'll be able to pay off that debt to the Mafia. And maybe one day I'll sleep. One day very soon, because my friends, it is the end of the episode. Thank you all for watching. Probably should have prefaced this episode by saying I haven't slept since the last episode. So if it was a little more, delusional, perhaps, than usual, then you know exactly why. It's because I haven't slept since last episode. Thank you to the executive producer patrons who have allowed this series to exist in the first place. A big thank you to Guardian Issa, Hazcrack, Jexel, Virgo of Doom, Starlight, the Jill Pet, Fairy Wiz, Icewolf, Nildraith, Facundo Vasquez, Arcaniac, The Link King, Helveticus, Takacat, Bubka, Avion, They Who Need Egg Sleep, and the illustrious Gareth himself. Thank you all for your support over on Patreon. And a thank you as well to Drunken Scott, Technoman08, Cody Cope, Gavin, Scrugback, the Blood-Soaked, Heck, Warsheep, Panzram, Zega the Chaos King, Easy Mac, Alexander H, Pandemic, Risto, Sangria, Mr. Hanky, and the many, many others over on Patreon as well. Thank you all for your support over there. See you all tomorrow for our second attempt. A Bed of Rooms.